So Saturday morning, January 25th, a passerby actually called 911 to say that they observed a house that was on fire. Child victim cases are the hardest sort of incident for police, fire, EMS to respond to. In this case, we have 3 children that were injured in this fire. To put it lightly, that's saying something. This is a shockingly cruel, unimaginable crime committed by a mom against her 3 kids. So it's a mom that meticulously took all 7 of her smoke detectors and put them in a bag and removed them from the house before she poured lighter fluid all over the house and lit it on fire in an attempt to kill her 3 children. I want to thank the Michigan State Police for their collaboration on this. I want to thank the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, who have been very helpful, especially the Grand Rapids Fire Department. I also want to thank Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, who right now is doing everything they can to save the life of a beautiful, innocent, completely innocent 12-year-old girl who is in extremely critical condition. And they've been working nonstop since this incident happened. And if there's any bright part of this, it is knowing that we live in a city where we've got wonderful people like the people right now who are doing everything they can at Helen DeVos. And I feel very thankful for my family and my kids. And I want to say the same thing about our fire department. We sometimes have a friendly rivalry. And I feel like I don't take enough opportunities to compliment them and how fortunate I feel to live and have my family and my officers working in a city with a group of men and women. The Grand Rapids Fire Department are true heroes.
It's hard to describe what our people see when they pull up to a scene. Normally we're battling flames, not other things that stand in our way. I can tell you this fire progressed very rapidly from what we would normally see on the first floor, and even all the black smoke billowing out on the second floor is unburned fuel. So our members place themselves directly in harm's way to save a life. That's what we take an oath to do, and that's what we did. Unfortunately, the 12-year-old sustained some smoke inhalation, some critical injuries. They're in grave condition at this point. Couldn't be prouder of the men and women of the Grand Rapids Fire Department, and I'd like to thank our brothers and sisters in blue. All week we've had to work hand in hand on multiple incidents. Again, we were able to assemble a huge effective firefighting force within minutes in the core of the city. Ultimately, we had 13 units on scene comprised of 42 personnel. That's the vast majority of rigs in the city of Grand Rapids at one point or another made their way through this fire. And as you can see, we had multiple things going at the same time. We had 4 separate teams searching, 2 different crews doing fire attack, ventilation, water supply, and medical out in the front yard for any victims that we found. So hats off to the highly trained men and women of the Grand Rapids Fire Department, and thoughts and prayers to all those impacted.
We have charged her with 1 count of arson in the first degree. That is a felony with a maximum penalty of life in prison and a $20,000 fine. We've also charged her with 3 counts of child abuse in the second degree. Child abuse in the second degree is also a felony, punishable by a maximum of 10 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. She is presumed innocent of these charges until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. At this time, I don't have any information on when she will be arraigned at the court, but essentially what first-degree arson is there is an intentional setting of a fire at a dwelling that caused an injury. And so the child abuse charges kind of go along with that. It's like a knowingly and intentionally committing an act likely to cause physical or mental harm, and don't even have to actually prove there was mental harm, just an act that is likely to cause physical or mental harm. And so the instance of setting a home on fire with the children in it is the basis for the child abuse second charges.